And welcome to this show about that amp. My name is Gabor.
Sure. Hey, welcome along. I'm Alex. Going to check out this little Laney amp today.
That one.
Please hit like and subscribe first up on the channel. Give us a thumbs up, ding that bell, and leave a little comment below.
Please do, please do.
What do you think?
So this is the Lionheart Foundry Series, and
Yeah.
this is the LF60-112. So it's the baby.
Yeah, a little 12-inch combo.
The smallest of the three
Yep.
Lionheart Foundry amps. A single 12-inch speaker, 2 channels with a boost that's foot switchable up the front, channel switching, reverb, digital reverb, which is based on the Secret Path reverb, which you can watch a video on the pedal, the Secret Path pedal up here. Yeah, and we're going to go through it all. Timestamps for everything below.
A few different guitars.
Go!
Oh, cool. So we're on a clean channel. This is, in case you want to know what this is, so a little warm-off part Strat. And we're just going to the clean channel. This is what you're hearing is actually the 1 watt setting on the back, because
Yes.
it's quite loud.
It's very loud.
And it's just this far away. So instead of deafening ourselves, we're going to
Which
set it
is
to the 1 watt setting.
what I did in the unboxing video, which you can watch over here, which I've definitely deafened myself.
So, so you know what you're hearing is actually the 1 watt setting. We've got mic'd up with a little Sennheiser microphone, and the puppy's in the way.
And the dog is coming.
Hello. And so this is just a clean channel.
Yeah.
Nothing boosted. I'll have to probably reverb on at the moment. We'll
Yeah.
just start fiddling and see what it does.
There's also, just mentioned, there's a 3-band EQ, but there's also a tone control, but it has sort of a notch in the middle, so we're not affecting it at the moment. So it's just straight.
It's kind of like a global shift thing. Like
Yeah. So you can
yeah.
darken it or brighten it depending on what you want. I guess depending on the guitar, depending maybe on the room you're in.
Yeah.
So you don't have to muck around with the EQ too much. I think the idea is sort of, it's kind of like a little bit like a tone control on a guitar. So you can darken things a little bit, but you can also brighten things a little bit. We also have the bright switch currently off.
Which you probably don't need with a Strat style guitar.
Yeah. So this is just a clean channel set like this.
Cool.
That's the volume control.
Thank you.
So this is a volume cranked. It doesn't really
Sure.
break up. It stays fairly clean.
Yeah.
It is a transistor amp. It stays fairly clean. If you want break up, then there's boosts and stuff like that. We'll get to that in a second. But let's just leave it at sort of somewhere where it was before, at a sort of semi-pleasant volume. And let's check out bright switch as well.
Cool.
So this is with all three tone, the bass treble mids all the way down.
What? No tone.
With bright switch on and the tone all the way up. It's an interesting sound, though.
It's driving with the handbrake on, isn't it?
A little bit, but it sounds cool. Though. It's an interesting sound.
Yeah.
It takes sort of the ice pickiness off Strats.
Sure. Oh, my knob's been a bit funky. Got a funky knob.
Introduce some boost to it.
So that's basically what the clean channel does with single
It's a clean
coils.
channel. You can muck around with EQ. So all the EQs, bass, mids, and treble has a middle point. It's sort of notched, and the other boosting or cutting, which is, I think most Laneys have that.
Yeah.
So you have a middle point, the other booster cut. So they're more active controls as opposed to passive roll-off controls that a lot of other amps have. I think a lot of other amps, Fender and stuff like that, everything on full is actually open, and you're rolling back everything as you're turning it down.
I believe so.
But with this, I guess you're boosting or cutting. So boost is on now, which is also foot switchable. There's a thing in the back. It's not provided, but you can plug a foot switch in to turn a boost on and off. Let's just slowly introduce some boost. We're in a 1 watt setting still. It gets fairly, even on 1 watt or less than 1 watt, it has a less than. It gets loud.
Fairly pokey for. This is probably like a bedroom size, I guess, this room.
Yeah. It gets loud.
Depends on how big your bed is.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like, just that 1 watt setting is definitely enough to make some noise.
And I mean, on the 60 watt setting, it's freaking loud. Yeah, it's a loud amp.
And all your flatmates.
So this is with the boost on full.
Cool. Crunchy.
Let me have a go on the Tele, but Doug, you're lying right on the cable. Excuse me, Doug. You're right on the cable of the guitar.
Tangled up in the cable.
Let's do the same thing now with the Tele, just for some. This is a Fender Aerodyne Special Telecaster. There's a full video for it up here in lovely blue. I can't move because there's a dog right there. So
I'll do this. It's all flat EQ. So you know.
Cool. I'm glad to know. cool sound, actually.
Whenever I think of hear a Tele with some English style crunch, I just think Stones straight away.
Yeah. It's a different key, so it shouldn't get copyrighted.
Yeah. And so that's 2/3 boost.
It's like that sort of what's his name?
Status Quo.
No, the blonde dude.
Elvis.
No, I think of the name. Free Fallen guy. Tom Petty.
Tom Petty.
That sort of strummed, slightly overdriven Tele sound. That sounds great, actually. It's a good sound.
Do humbuckers really quick before we go to the fun section.
Yeah. Let's. So turn the boost off again. Well, actually, let's do that exactly the same sound.
Yeah.
Just with dogs gone. Boost all the way up.
Yeah, right on.
It's fully crunch to boost.
Crunched.
Maybe for that, because it's humbuckers, let's turn the tone up a little bit instead of down. This is great. Let's do the just without the booster, clean, just with humbuckers, just to see. This and a driven sound before is with the bright switch on, but with the tone down a little bit.
Sure.
Because the bright switch is more like it's like presence, and some like it's a really high end. It sits higher up, and then I think a tone sits a bit lower, so you get rid of some of the high end, but not the super high end. So you get that air. You know what I mean? You get that kind of that air.
You following this?
You get that air from the bright switch, that really high end stuff. But you don't get the spiky stuff because the tone rolls it off. I think it works. Like if you do it without if you turn the bright switch off and turn the tone up, versus bright switch on, tone rolled off, the attack doesn't have that spikiness. It's a rounder attack, but you still have the brightness. If that makes sense. So you have treble, but you have the not the spiky treble, but the air sort of treble.
Air treble.
Yeah, air treble.
Cool. Should we check out the
treble air
gain channel?
Let's check out the gain channel. So let's turn the boost down again and off. Boost is off, I think. So now we've got the gain channel. We've got the switch here again, foot switchable. If you wanted to, change channels. You also on this side you have a 3-way tone switch. So you've a normal, a bright switch, but you also have a dark switch. So let's start off on normal, and let's just check out on normal the gain range with the EQ setting the way the EQ setting was.
Cool.
So I'm going to start off with the gain all the way down and just gradually bring gain in. So that's the gain all the way down. Let's do the bright switch up.
Okay.
So it's the gain all the way up, and then I had for a little bit I had the bright switch on and the tone rolled off, and then I had the dark switch, the switch set to dark, but with the tone rolled up. They're definitely different sounds. It sits in a different spot, the tone sweep and the switch.
Sure does.
So this is now tone in the middle and normal, so no bright switch, with the gain pretty much all the way up.
Okay.
Now let's turn the gain down a bit and use the boost into it. So let's start off with the gain like somewhere there.
Okay.
And I'll turn the reverb down a little bit as well. The EQ is almost all at 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
I
cool.
think I was boosting mids a little bit then.
Sure.
But let's put the EQ at 12 o'clock.
Seemed pretty present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start off with the gain there, and then I'm going to add the boost.
Okay.
Sorry, I just turned the gain up a bit on the thing and turned the boost off just to hear what the gain sounds like. So this is now gain on about, I don't know, 1 o'clock or something like that. No boost. Now we're going to turn the boost on.
Okay.
Strat now you have, basically, okay.
Pretty punchy.
It's very punchy, yeah.
At 1 watts.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you've got this as a clean channel. You've got this as the boosted clean channel. Then you've got the dirty channel. And then the boosted dirty channel. So quite a bit of variety there.
Yeah.
Let's do that again with the Tele, and then with some low tunings, because everyone wonders what it sounds like if it can handle low tunings. So let's do it with the Tele. Same setting. So I think this is where the tone control comes in really handy too. You switch between guitars. Instead of mucking with a whole EQ,
yep,
you just bring back the tone a bit because this is very bright. This is great. I know where the last chord is. That one is the last chord. Give me more. I need more, man.
Pretty loud in here now.
Yeah. Rolls back with the volume as well. I think this is great. I actually really quite like it with the Tele.
Sure.
Has a good sound with the Tele. Well, let's strat it.
Sure, you can have different singles. Pushing the mids a little bit there as well on the end. It's a song called Wibbly Wobbly Bar of Doom.
Wibbly Wobbly Bar of Doom. Should we do one more guitar?
And Christmas. Sure.
All right. Lastly, I know what everyone wants to know. They always say to me, Gabor,
do you have a shiny brown guitar?
Do you have a guitar with a walnut body made by Partscaster Concierge and an aluminium neck made by Robot Graves? And the THRD, or third tunable harmonic resonance device tailpiece made by Robert Graves, and a Mr. Glyn's drag pickup, which you can watch a video for here. And by the way, there were also Mr. Glyn pickups on the Yamaha before, but Alex never mentions that sort of stuff. Yes, and it's tuned to C standard tuning as well. And
Just need to turn your guitar on.
this is what it sounds like with the same setting in C standard tuning. So can it handle low tunings, Alex? Can it? Yes. Yes, it can. Behind the bridge, behind the bridge.
Yeah.
I think it sounds quite good actually with low tunings. What we're going to do, and it's going to be another video, so we're going to run a bunch of different drive pedals through this, and I think we're going to be using this a bit because I think with Laney tends to just work with low tunings.
It's not necessarily about a bass thing. It's like this kind of angry mid-range that sits well.
Something about it, yeah. Something about it works really well, I think, with low tunings. But I mean, in a nutshell, kind of nut has a shell like this. Anyway, this is the Laney LF60-112. Thoughts, Alex?
Yeah, I like it. It's not valve. It's a solid state amp. So with that comes pros and cons, I guess. There's no maintenance to worry about with valves and valves not doing valve things.
Yeah.
Price is probably better. I don't actually know what the price is, but I'm assuming it's less than a valve combo.
Yeah, probably.
What are the cons?
I don't know. Some people just
Street cred. I don't know.
street cred. Yeah, maybe street cred. To me,
like
actually,
the cosmetics.
yeah.
The
Well,
well,
it has
really cool.
It has the Lionheart kind of vibe going.
Kind of that textured blue/brown thing.
To me, it does. The clean channel does remind me of a solid state amp, but
Yeah.
the drive channel, there is a bit of that sag and compression that they put in there, so it doesn't have that. Because I do have some solid state amps that I quite like.
Yep.
But it doesn't have that. It's not as direct. It does have that little bit of kind of that tube compression sag thing. Less on a clean channel. The clean channel is more of a solid state clean channel, but the drive definitely has some that reminds me more of a tube amp than a solid state amp.
Yep.
I don't know if it's just me, but
Yeah. No, true.
yeah. So okay. No, I think it's a cool amp. I like it. I think at least go and check him out. I do think it's a shame we didn't get one of the other ones with the IR out, because I think that's something I would actually use quite a bit.
Question: loud enough to play with the drummer?
Hell yeah!
On the full 60 watts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Especially, I think if you get the 2x12, there's a 2x12 version as well.
Sure.
Then you have more projection as well. But it getting to the point where it was almost unpleasantly loud in here on 1 watt or less than 1
Mind
watt.
you, we're a good half a metre away from it, so it's
We're
not
right next
far
to it.
off. But yeah, you're definitely loud enough to jam with.
It's loud. It's definitely
friends.
gig volume. Yeah, it's definitely gig volume. So that's a Laney LF60-112. Big thank you to the awesome people at Laney Australia for sending this to us. This is, I guess, what you would call a sponsored video. We don't get to keep the amp. We're not getting paid for the video. They're just sending us the amp, to do videos with, to do contents with, and to get our opinions too, what our thoughts are on it. So, yes, make sure to check out the other video we're going to do with some pedals running into it, and I'm going to put a playlist of all the Laney stuff we've done. And you should watch it. Watch it! Watch it!